Otsego now, and I stayed the night here in a hotel because there's no camping option. And after some pretty miserable weather, oh, in a hill. Oh, this is not what I wanted. It's a short one. I had a pretty miserable day yesterday, which is why I didn't do any filming. It was hot, it was full sun, and it was just blazing down the whole day. And I had to stop in the middle of the day for an hour or so just to kind of regain the motivation to keep going. Things are a lot better today, and there's a lot more wind. Natives, they're a little crazy up here. Anyway, the weather conditions this morning are much more pleasant, even if the wind is not necessarily in my favor. I am never going to get out on this road. But my goal is to get to the cities as quickly as possible, because this afternoon I think it's supposed to clear up a little bit. And in the cities, I know the trails well enough to know that those last 20 miles of my ride today, which is going to be around 59 or 60 miles, I know that that section of trail is shaded. I know where to go, and it's largely downhill for me. A little bit ago, I ran into some friends that live up in this area, the only people I know out here, and they just happened to be out on the same road at the same time. Complete coincidence. And they warned me about this hill coming up, and they weren't kidding. It's a long downhill followed by a long uphill, and I'm not fond of the traffic. I think I'm in Otsego proper here, and some road planner had the foresight to pave this brand new, nice wide trail. So I finally get to cruise on something smooth. I'm just leaving Otsego, and my nice little trail through town has ended. But the shoulder here is a little bit wider. I'm now headed in a predominantly southerly direction, which means the wind will be more in my face. Another bit of random bike trail. I think I'm on County Road 42, just going under 101. I have no idea how long this trail lasts for. Looks like they just never bothered to put the rest of the pavement in here. The road would be faster when you have transitions like that. You wouldn't know it, but every once in a while through the trees, I get a glimpse of the Mississippi River. It's there. I guess we're shading the river instead of the road. Maybe you can see over the guardrail. It's down there. I swear it's there. A policeman just drove by going the other direction. I've seen several on this trip, and not a one took the least bit of interest. So I guess policemen and policewomen and police persons in Minnesota are just not all that concerned about little white guys in a weird looking bicycle. Oh, that was so much fun. That woman's face was just priceless. Absolutely priceless. I'm passing through the town of Dayton now. And unfortunately, I seem to be climbing away from the river. I think the river trail planners need to come up with a new route through this section. Or at least repave the road with wider shoulders. It's in terrible shape. It's a very interesting series of rollers. Downhill is never quite big enough to take you up over the next uphill. I'm in Hennepin County now. It's the county where I live. It's also the county where Minneapolis is. And I'm going to attribute the conditions of this road to its placement in Hennepin County. Had a nice stretch there of prolonged downhill. I was cruising along at 30, but half the time I'm not sure my wheels were even in contact with the ground. It was so bumpy. And then of course you lose your momentum, and when you get to the uphill, it doesn't carry you up the hill like it should. Mercifully, I have a much wider shoulder now. I basically have an entire car width lane for myself. It'd be nice if it wasn't strewn with gravel, but beggars can't be choosers. I'm 22.5 miles in now, and it's 11 a.m. I've been riding for just under an hour and a half. My average speed now is finally up to 16. Looks like I'm in Champlin now. So I'm getting into the closer suburbs. Oh, this is going to be awkward. This is going to involve the three-point turn, I think. Do bigger turning radius.
You got a rider like Flintstone.
Yeah, it's terrible when you gotta make a tight corner. And yes, we do call that the Flintstone reverse. All right. Yeah, aim your thingy the other way, dude. So in theory, yeah, they did a nice job here. This is very nice. In theory, porta potty opportunity, nah. In theory, were there a trail all the way along 169, I could just follow it home, and it would actually, I don't think this road here is actually 169, but it's close to 169. Anyway, in theory, I could follow it all the way home. Yeah. Shut up, GPS. In theory, I could follow it all the way home, and it would drop me. Oh my word, that creaking is awful. It would drop me just near my house. Alright, so this little side road is actually the official Mississippi River Trail. I don't know why when I created this route I didn't follow this little road, because it always beats riding on the highway or on the busier road. Mississippi should be just the other side of these houses, and somewhere in this park is the oh, I did this wrong. The trail's up there. Well, I guess we off-road again. Would not be the first time this trip. Oh, and there's the MRT sign. It's just a hidden entrance. I'm not sure if I can make it up. Oh my word, my seat. I suppose the creaking could also be coming from my rear hub. There's a lot of things back there that could creak. Whatever it is, it's been getting worse and worse the last couple of days. When I get home, I'll, like I said, I'll start checking stuff out. I should have the rest of the afternoon and nice long holiday weekend to try and sort out what's creaking back there. I just needed to hold out for another 30 miles. Not very nice pavement, which I'm sure will do. Oh, and I get grasshoppers again. Oh, grasshoppers, how I've missed you. How I've missed you screaming into my face and jumping around on me. I'm sure that this little, oh my word, holy crap. Oh, this is not sustainable. How long am I supposed to do this for? Oh. Okay. This is not a sustainable situation. Is there a road option? Creek, creek, creek. This route is about 5 miles longer than the rural route, but it is much more attractive and it is much flatter, and for the most part it's a lot quieter. I'll just stop for a rest break in the Mississippi Gateway Regional Park. This is part of the Three Rivers Park District, which is what the park near my house is part of. Anyway, I took the time to spin the rear wheel and at least unloaded. It's not the bearings. That driver gets an award for being very careful when passing. I think this is where the trail meets up. So if you're ever making your way through the cities, that's Highway 610. Is one of the outer ring roads. 610 kind of runs more east-west, whereas 169 that we met before runs north-south. So I've kind of come around a corner now, heading pretty much directly south. I was supposed to go there, so I pulled up onto the bumpy trail when all I need to do is stay on the road. Come here. It's no right through for cars, but for a bicycle, you can get through to the next road without having to go out on the big road. Coming up on 694 and the end of Highway 100. If I could get on Highway 100, that would take me pretty much straight to my house. I don't like the look of the word loose gravel. I'm now in North Mississippi Regional Park. You can hear the highway noise up ahead, or overhead. Apparently literally overhead, because we're passing right under a highway. River's just down there. If I'm gonna have to pass across the highway, this is definitely the best way to do it. I've missed my turn and ended up on a one-way road, and unfortunately it goes the opposite way of what I want to go, so I'm having to go back and get back into the park. And I want the path closest to the river. Okay, now I'm on the right path. Unfortunately, this isn't the part that's been repaved. It's a little bumpy. I'm sure that'll really help with the creaking issue. Nice little water park. Huge playground. Guy just came by and said, "Bobsledding already?" No, man, it's just a bicycle. Appears these trails don't get much use. There's a kind of extensive random network of them around here between the highway or the freeway and the river. It's just all park. There's a trail, it looks like, that follows closer down to the river, and I think I mainly picked this upper one with the thought that it would be flatter. I'm supposed to cross this bridge. And then go to the right a little bit. And I think this way. But not up. Am I going? No, I think I was supposed to go the other way. This is the second time today I've used the hill to back up. That backup signal, that's not actually me. I do not have a backup signal. That was something on the road up overhead. And then that's also not me. Somebody is messing around with their car. Alright, this are those birds? Bizarre. Okay. Now I make a right. Oh, there's cars on this road sometimes. Alright. Finally, a left turn off of 2nd to West River Road. And from here, hopefully the riding will be more scenic. This industrial commercial part wasn't quite as bad as I thought it would be. Ooh. But it certainly wasn't a nice part of town by any means. This is the warehouse district. Once upon a time, a very crummy part of town would have been industrial, and of course now it's high-end lofts. Wow, okay, that guy on that little one-wheeled thing is really moving. That would be terrifying. Welcome to downtown. It does pass underneath the baseball stadium, the Minnesota Twins Stadium. I think this is the post office, or at least used to be. The two ladies standing there at the sidewalk had good sense to wear masks. and we're offering free Bible courses. Alright, we're gonna go slow here because we gotta climb up this little bit of a hill, and then we have quite a lengthy downhill. The Guthrie Theater here. We're passing through the University of Minnesota campus. It's more fun going the other way, but it's beautiful in both directions. On the weekends, this area is a nightmare to pass through. This is Minneapolis Falls down here, just over that way a little bit in the park, and it's on the weekends very heavily trafficked. Drivers along here get really cranky, and unfortunately, there's this little bit of a rise, so I'm not very fast through here. I've been honked at here, and people have flipped the bird at me, and all kinds of things. I have arrived at Lake Nokomis Parkway. The creek in the back is still there. It's kind of coming and going now. But from here, it's maybe 10 miles back to the house, I think. I'm gonna go across on the 9 Mile Creek Trail route instead. It's a little bit more secluded. And the other side of the road over here, there's more of the lake, although it's more of a wetland in that area. Richfield now. That's the suburb directly to the north of where I live. And as you can probably hear, we're very close to the airport. Now I'm literally by the airport, right over there. I'm also next to Highway 77. And I'm headed down to the 9 Mile Creek trail that'll cut across Richfield. Alright, I'm on the 9 Mile Creek Trail now. It's just the last few miles across Richfield to my house. So that's pretty much that. It was fun to try it once to see if I could do it. It's definitely the most miles I've ever done in a week. And from the perspective of personal satisfaction and challenge, there's that. But as far as pleasant riding, not so much. Next summer it'll be back to Europe. So keep an eye out for my travel plans. Thanks for watching, and